Hi, I'm Oliver Risch. I am a senior music business major with an emphasis in production, and I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Music to me is like, it's your fun. It's part of you as much as it's part of everybody. Like, everybody gets music, but you have your own specific version of music. And I think that a lot of people like express themselves differently with music. You can be angry and sad and sing about angry and sad things. Personally, I like sarcastic music and I like to make my music a little sarcastic. I have a lot of musical influences, and they range from all over the place. Some that are more recent are people like Les Claypool, Jesse Hughes of Eagles of Death Metal, Joshua Homme, Trent Reznor, Taylor Swift, um, Taylor Swift again, because she's important. You need to know that. As well as people like Mark Ronson and Pharrell and Missy Elliott. And as well, Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson. And maybe a little bit of Joe Jackson. Americana Bullshit is actually it's a very in-depth piece, and the reason it's so in-depth is because of how little effort was put into it. Americana Bullshit was written earlier today, when this episode is airing. Now, I know it's on a Wednesday, and we do this on Friday, but it was written earlier today, Wednesday. Anyway, the meaning behind the song is that there's a lot of issues in this world, and we tend to shift where the issues are from. Like, we want to blame it on something. You always want to blame your problems on something. You can't accept that these problems are nobody's problems. They're not your own problems. You try and shift the blame of your problems. And that's kind of the idea of Americana Bullshit. The reason it's called Americana Bullshit is because, to be honest, I didn't have enough time to create like an intricate chord progression or a melody, so I decided that it sounded a lot like Americana. Made the grade. They said the paper would get me paid. Well, now I'm seeing that's not quite true. I have to pay them before I get paid too. You know the world is so full of lies. We are the things that we despise. We hate the world that we made ourselves. We put the blame onto someone else. Till the end of time, that I was hers and she was mine. But the end of time came so soon. The midnight hour just happened to be noon. I know the world is so full of lies. We are the things that we despise. We hate the world that we made ourselves. We put the blame onto someone else. I like to think that I could change the world, make a difference, break the mold. Then I see the effort I need, and then I think I'm just so happy I can think. You know the world is so full of lies. We are the thing that we despise. We hate the world that we made ourselves. We put the blame onto someone else. The only suspect we can blame is the one who hides their shame. You can always find a way to hold on for another day. You know the world is so full of lies. We are the things that we despise. We hate the world that we made ourselves. We put the blame onto someone else. We try and put the blame on anyone else. We try and put the blame on someone else. this new social media site. It's called Flipper Whippets, and you kind of want to get on that one before it gets on board. I made all of that up. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and let's see, what's the other one? Ooh, SoundCloud. Now I'm seeing that's not quite true. I have to pay them before I get paid.